Hello YouTube. Today I want to talk about a new Pokemon special series, Pokemon The Origin, or Origins in English. Yeah, it's a series of 4 episodes of around 20 minutes, and yeah, it's been set in the trailers and the Nintendo Correct. That will focus more on the storyline of the games, the original games, instead of the anime. Which is a good thing and got me excited as a Pokemon fan to finally see the main storyline animated. They did it in 4 episodes, which meant they had to cut a lot. So we get a lot of cutscenes from gym battles that aren't shown just defeat with Blaine. We see a defeated Arcanine on the ground and Red turning around uh, with his badge, meaning that he defeated him. Uh, I think in total we get to see 2 battles in gyms at full, but more about that later. This is one of the release pictures we got at first, where we could see a Charizard, red, green, and their bikes. Well, green is in America probably better known as blue. It has to do with release of the original games. Japan got an extra game, and yeah, the name there was green for that character. Here two of the main characters and Professor Oak, who has to be there, of course. Uh, Funny thing about Red, the main character, he isn't portrayed as the real badass he is in the manga, which yeah, kind of, I don't like it. I'm disappointed by it actually. I expected the badass Red from the manga, but again, this is based on the games, not on the manga, so yeah, beggars can be choosers. Um, in a lot of anime, the voices, you don't recognize the voice actor if it does different roles in different series. But here I noticed it from second one that Red is being voiced by the same actor as Naruto, uh, which was kinda annoying for him being a trainer to be the best. Uh, and yeah, I just kept thinking, yeah, it's Naruto, Naruto, Naruto. No, it's Red, it's Red. I'm watching Pokemon now. It's not Naruto. Um, I don't think there's a subbed version out at the moment. I watched the raw version. I could get most of the story, not everything, but yeah, see how it gets further. Then we have Green, the rival. The standard rival, it picks a different Pokemon, it picks a Squirtle, that takes a Charmander, as we could have predicted from uh, previous release pictures. Uh, he's voiced by the same actor as Charon from Black and White to the N episodes. Uh, yeah, he's one of the 2 characters to have 2 battles, uh, with Red shown on screen during the 4 episodes, which makes him, yeah, I think one of the most important characters next to Red in this series. Then we have Professor Oak. Uh, some may recognize his voice as Nail from Dragon Ball Z, but of course that's already some years ago when he voiced that, so his voice will probably have been changed by now. He's just a standard professor. He gives them the Pokeballs, the Pokedex, just starter Pokemon, and yeah, in the end he gets a nice extra at the league answer and that kind of things. Um, this story resolves around Red traveling the world. Uh, well, there's a lot of cut in. There has been cut a lot in the episodes from story-wise. We see him just catching a Caterpie, in Viridian Forest, and then I think 3 minutes later, he's starting the battle with Brock, and he has a Metapod suddenly there. So yeah, something happened between there, we don't know. After that, they show screens of him defeating Misty, Surge, etc., etc., just to get more time for stuff that they wanted to explore with this series. Uh, like Silph taken over by Giovanni and Team Rocket. A story about Ghost in Lavender Town, and then afterwards about Mewtwo. Well, this so yeah, the first big part that has been animated is until the battle with Brock. Then in the second episode, we get to know a lot more about Lavender Town, the tower. We learn that afterwards that Mr. Fuji was a professor on the Mewtwo project. Red saves him from the Team Rocket invasion in the Pokemon Tower. He gets a Pokeflute which he uses later on to catch a Snorlax, and he also gets a mystical sphere with him. Nothing is said with it, but he just gets it. We see him defeating Koga, Sabrina, Erika. At this moment he has a Charmeleon. And then in the third episode, we see him fighting Giovanni again in the gym. It's the last gym battle. Giovanni has a really overpowered Rhyhorn. He takes Red's 5 Pokemons, and his 5th Pokemon is knocked out at the same time. A random Hitmonlee suddenly. To take out that Rhyhorn, and then the Rhydon gets just bashed in the floor by Charizard, winning him the game. Well, the gym. Uh, Red doesn't feel well with receiving a badge from Giovanni, so Giovanni decides yeah, to quit with Team Rocket or something like that. The dialogue wasn't that clear for me. Well, Giovanni himself, we learn a bit more that yeah, yeah, he gets remorse about what he's done with Team Rocket, or that's what they meant to be. That's what he wants us to believe. So he quits on Team Rocket, disbands it or something, and then Rit accepts the badge so he can go to the league. A funny thing we learn about Giovanni is that he also started with a Charmander back in the days when he just became 10. He is voiced by Yamato, well, by the same actor as Yamato from Naruto. Uh, I didn't recognize it, so that's the way that I like it, but with Red as Naruto, it just flips your mind over. Um, what do I have more to say? Yeah, the Elite Four has been skipped again. You see just Joltion of Red beating one of Florai's Pokemon. We see Dodrio fighting Bruno. Someone is fighting Agatha. Then Joltion again for Lance. And then we got our second main battle with Green, which is of course won by Red. Duh. He's he's a shonen character. He's the main actor in the shonen series, so he has to win everything. He can't lose. He can never lose. Uh, but yeah, the story has to keep going. Professor Oak shows up. He takes him to the Hall of Fame. A picture gets taken, and they save at the end of each episode. And this was the end point of episode 3, where they save the progress. Which is funny done because every time they start an episode, it's like they start up a save file. You get the old screen, the old school screens from the original games. To select your game menu and the saving. Do you want to overwrite previous saved game? This and that. That's nicely done. It's a nice gimmick for people that have played the games and are feeling kind of nostalgic to it. Then in the last episode, fourth episode, Red completes his Pokédex as the new uh, champion. Well, he completes it at 149 Pokemon. He goes back to Palatown, goes to visit Oak. He isn't in his lab because Green has been attacked by something. Green is all beaten up in bed and tells Reds and Professor Oak about a psychic Pokemon that attacked him. Okay, Red has a big news. His dex is complete. He starts to look for all the psychic Pokemons in the dex, and oh god, it isn't there. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Of course, it is supposed to be Mewtwo. So Ash sets out, suddenly finds it in Cerulean City Cave, and starts to fight it off. His Articuno gets taken down, and then he goes for the big badass Charizard. Charizard gets beaten down by Mewtwo. He gets thrown into the water, and the orb that he got from Mr. Fuji starts to activate. And what do we get? The Mega Evolution from Pokemon X. The black one, the badass one. A nice marketing stunt for the game that starts to sell within 2 weeks. Well, yeah, it's a black dragon. People like it, and it has blue fire. Nothing more to say about it. It is just badass. He captures Mewtwo with his second Ultra Balls. He throws at it, and then his dex is complete again. At the end of the episode, they're all sitting on the around the table, and they're discussing about Mewtwo was made by an experiment. Then Red decides there has to be a Mew, right? A Mew one or something like that, and we see a Mew flying in the garden of Red, and yeah, there the story stops. So they have told a lot of story in 80 minutes. That's less than, yeah, that's just a really short time to tell such a long story that Pokemon has. Yes. Yeah, they focus on the battles with the other gym leaders. You know he's gonna win anyway, so why focus time on it while they can do something better? The Silph has been animated. Well, it wasn't that big a part. Actually, they saved someone, and then suddenly Red is at the top of the tower, getting beaten up by Giovanni. It's Nidoqueen. But after all, I think they did a great job. But as a big fan, I expected more of it because of the hype that was created around it. And it didn't live up to its hype for me. I don't know what you guys think about that. Please post it in the comments and I'll do my best to reply to them. See you later.